there, and there are other reputable companies besides Javita. We're the best though, just so you know. But there unfortunately are a lot of companies that don't follow the same quality control standards, formulation standards out there. I selected one that I know for a fact is a good company because I wanted to show you a real true demonstration. So if somebody were to recommend a product to you, it was probably going to be a good product, so I want to show you the difference here. This product is very well known on the market for joint support. It's glucosamine and chondroitin. We probably have all heard about it. And it has a lot of clinicals behind it, but in the clinicals, you need to use almost 3 grams of material between glucosamine and chondroitin to match what the clinicals say.
So and that's in multiple doses even.
Multiple doses, and we'll actually get more into the science behind glucosamine and chondroitin later on, but the reason I want to talk about the dosing is it makes for a pretty large pill, and to get the daily dosage of this, it's actually 4 of these, so I hope you can see that, but this pill is actually, it's not a true horse pill, but
it's close.
It's getting up there. I know a lot of people won't take supplements because they are so large, but in order to hold them together into a solid dosage like this, you need a lot of binders, fillers, and excipients, flow agents, just to make them run on the machines. And then in the case of tablets, you have coatings that will help it to slide down. So you've got all of these things plugged into this little pill that your body, first off, doesn't want. A lot of these things are indigestible, and so when these 4 huge pills hit your stomach, what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to experience GI distress. So that's going to be the first thing. With that in mind, people aren't going to keep taking the product. So that's one of the reasons that we want to stay away from a solid dosage form, because we don't want to add all of those excipients, binders, and fillers in our products that you don't want to put in your body. So our joint product, and again, we're going to talk about this a lot later, is Flex. It's a phenomenal product that will go into the science, but it's micronized. So the particle sizes are very, very small so that it can go into solution more quickly. Now, the reason being is it all has to do with transit time in your intestines. The smaller the particle size, the more surface area there is to be exposed to the gastric juices, broken down, and then you have more time to absorb the active nutrients. So as it's passing through the intestines, absorption is happening and you're getting a benefit. So this is going to have huge ramifications for products that you want instant results. When it comes to pain, this is one of them. If you have to swallow these pills, wait for them to break down, you have a reduced transit time to absorb the active ingredients. So the little experiment I want to run here is I just want to show you, and all of you have mixed up our products so you know how nicely they go into solution. We're going to dump the Flex into our first stomach here. You can see it goes in, and it's going to immediately start breaking down those particles, and it will start to be absorbed, and our bodies are going to start to feel relief pretty quickly after this point. So at the same time, we're going to put in, obviously, our 4 little horse pills, and you can see nothing's happening. I mean, and we didn't expect anything to happen. But on a microscopic level, the acid is eating away at these. It's going to chip away at that coating, it's going to break apart those excipients, and it's going to be doing this the whole time these pills are passing through our intestines, which means that over the course of time, we're going to have only this much space as opposed to this much space to absorb the active nutrients. So I'm not saying you're not going to get any benefit from a solid dosage form. I'm just saying you're going to have a reduced transit time to get those actives. And this is where, back when I first started in the industry 20 years ago, I was talking to my father, who's a retired Navy SEAL. He was the biggest skeptic about all of this, and he's like, I won't take a vitamin, I won't take a normal product, because you're just making expensive urine. You guys all heard this? He was one of those guys, yeah. Like, I'm wasting my education, my master's degree, it's a waste because I'm just making expensive pee. So this is why a lot of people think that, because it takes so much to break down a solid dosage form, you're excreting it before you get to the active. Well, because this is a high quality product, there are QC standards in place. It has to break down within a certain period of time, but it doesn't have to be instantaneous. And so what we're looking at here is a better product, but in a better dosage form. You want to get those active ingredients in your body as soon as possible.
Pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3 sheets, massive
very lonely.
His most well-known